come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Sandra Day O'Connor FFA chapter. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times, and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president,
Why?
whose place is beneath the rising sun.
As the president of the station.
Our rising sun is the token follow new era in our culture. If we will follow out the leadership of our president, and we shall be the Lord of the darkness of foolishness and into the glorious sun of president, brotherhood, office, operation, at their state, Madam President.
Thank you.
All presidents are at
Secretary, Mr. Vice Members.
There are seven
The Secretary
and new
follows.
President. Seven members.
Members,
Madam
why
President.
are we thank you, sir? FFA, why here?
to practice brotherhood, honor and cultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Sandra Day O'Connor FFA chapter duly opened for the transaction of business, for attention to any matters which may properly be presented. What is the first item of business on today's agenda?
Madam President.
Mr. Secretary.
I move that our chapter set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture.
Second. It has been moved and seconded that our chapter set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture. This is a main motion. It is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote. Do I hear any debate?
Madam President.
Mr. Secretary.
I present
Madam
this
President,
motion.
I rise to a point of order.
State your point.
I rose and addressed the chair first, and therefore I should be assigned the floor.
Your point is not sustained. Seeing as Mr. Secretary was the presenter of this motion, he has right of first refusal on debate. Mr. Secretary, please continue.
Thank you, Madam President. I present this motion because I feel that creating a display of all of our agricultural fields will inform the students that we are not just about raising animals and growing plants. And therefore, I hope the Assembly will vote for this motion.
Madam President.
Mr. Vice President.
I would like to show my support for the Secretary's motion. Setting up a display at our school would get our kids thinking, get the kids involved in our chapter thinking about their future, and making them become more serious about our program and realize what we're actually trying to do in our school. I hope that all members vote for this motion.
Madam President.
Mr. Reporter.
I wish to tell the Assembly why I am in favor of adopting this
Excuse
motion.
me, Mr. Reporter. To remain fair and impartial, do I hear any negative debate? There being none, please continue.
Thank you. As I said, I wish to tell the Assembly why I'm in favor of adopting this motion. As chair of the Public Relations Committee, I'm always looking for a way to promote the various careers that agriculture can have for our students. I feel that this would be a perfect way to allow those members to know what they can really do further on down the road. I hope you can see the benefits associated with this motion and vote yes.
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Madam President. Fellow members, I believe in the future of agriculture. Many of our students in the community and at our school even are unsure of the many possibilities agriculture has in the future, and if we want them to have a positive future, we should inform them about careers that they can have in agriculture. Support me and vote yes.
Madam President, I agree with the statements made by Madam Treasurer. Not only will preparing display boards benefit our chapter, but it will also benefit many of the members in our community by showing them the possibilities of agriculture. I therefore hope the motion will prevail.
Madam President, I'm strongly against this display. I feel that right each chapter does not have to do this to make this display, and I feel that much of a hassle should be this. Madam President, I move that the postpone indefinitely.
Second.
Is debatable. Seconded to roll in the motion in majority vote. This is debate on amendment. Madam Wires
I presented the
Do I hear need?
postpone indefinitely. Madam President, so against the motion. I motion that the chapter right now because I have a fund that's suspending. I feel that our business is such a house does not think that we have and that to be able to help not do making this on like of other members but for my motion without postpone indefinitely.
Madam President.
Mr. Secretary.
I disagree with Sentinel's remarks. So you just conducted a site fundraiser which gave our teacher ample funds needed for events such as creating a display, and therefore I hope the Assembly will vote down the motion to postpone indefinitely.
Madam President.
Mr. Porter.
I also disagree with Madam Sentinel. This is a motion that our chapter needs to act upon now. If we waited to set up a display, we would not be able to do it at all. So therefore, I hope you can see how this is a very urgent motion that we need to discuss now. Vote no.
Positive debate. Negative debate.
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Madam President. Although I seconded this motion, I'm strongly opposed to it, but I wanted to bring it to a direct vote. Fellow members, as chairman of the Finance Committee, it has come to my attention that we do have the funds to go through this project, and I know of multiple members on the top of my head that would be willing and actually want to help with this project, seeing as it would benefit them as well as the people we're doing it for. Support me and vote no on the motion to postpone indefinitely.
Do I hear any further debate? There being none, we shall proceed to vote. Those in favor of the motion to postpone indefinitely, please rise. Thank you. Those opposed, please rise. Thank you. There being 1 for and 5 against, the motion will not be postponed indefinitely. Back in the debate period of the main motion, do I hear any debate?
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to amend the main motion by striking out school and inserting local showgrounds. So if passed, the motion reads, I move that our chapter set up a display at our local showgrounds promoting careers in agriculture.
Second. It has been moved and seconded to amend the main motion by striking out school and inserting local fairgrounds, so that if passed, the motion would read that our chapter set up a display at our local fairgrounds, showgrounds, promoting careers in agriculture. This is a primary amendment. It is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote. Do I hear any debate?
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Madam President. I presented this motion for the reason being that before the meeting, I was talking with our reporter, who is head of the POA Public Relations Committee, and he informed me that we have many events coming up that are going to be held at our school, and therefore we do not have, this is not appropriate venue to hold its display at. Although our local showgrounds, they're a great venue, seeing as many people will be able to get yes, and there's not an event planned at showgrounds. I urge you to vote.
With the
Mr. President.
I set position at our treasurers and would not up a display local as showground school. We benefit many of the members are at this area. And the members focus more on animals at this their ag and they are not focused on outside the project, as well as since they are not in school, they are not focused on school. And they're not, I do not think this would be beneficial to the members who would attend. I hope that all the members vote down the amendment.
Madam President, I wish to speak in favor of this amendment. I believe that our chapter would be benefited more by displaying these at the local showgrounds, because many of our members participate in the local showgrounds, and they will be displayed for everyone to see. I therefore hope the amendment will prevail.
Positive debate. Is there any further debate?
Madam President.
Madam Sentinel.
I'm against this amendment. I know that our local showgrounds right now, we are preparing for our stock shows, and I do not feel that this would be a proper venue. Everyone vote no on the motion to amend.
Do I hear any further debate? There being none, we shall proceed to vote. Those in favor of the primary amendment, please rise. Thank you. Those opposed, please rise. Thank you. There being 2 for and 4 against, the primary amendment fails. Back in the debate period of the main motion, do I hear any debate?
Madam President.
Mr. Porter.
As I stated earlier, I'm in favor of this motion. If we were to set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture, it would allow many of our students to further their agricultural careers by seeing what they can really do along the road and how this is really helping them now. I hope you can see the benefits associated with this motion and will vote to adopt it.
Madam President,
Mr. Vice President.
I would like to voice my support for this motion. I was the youngest of 4 kids, and it was mainly my older siblings that pushed me into joining agriculture. But I thought it was all teams, and I didn't know that it could end up leading to a future career. If I did, I would have taken my green can here more seriously. I therefore encourage all members to vote for the motion.
Do I hear any further debate?
Madam President,
Madam Sentinel.
I would like to refer back to my negative statements previously made on this motion. As I previously stated, I do not feel that we have the people to set this up and that we do not have the funds. Fellow members, join me in voting against this motion.
Madam President,
Carly.
I agree with the previous statements made by Madam Sentinel. I believe that our chapter is not in a financial standing to provide this display board. Vote no on the main motion.
Madam President,
Mr. Secretary.
I'm still strongly for my motion. I know that our FFA students that help us set up this display will also learn more about their agricultural fields more than just the people at our school outside of the FFA. And therefore, I hope the Assembly will see the benefits of this motion and vote for it.
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Madam President. Fellow members, although my amendment failed, I'm still strongly in favor of this motion. It would be a great way to get our community students involved in our program and want incoming students to join our program. Not many college students know about CFA and what we're accomplishing, but by future students, they'll guess what they can accomplish in the future. I urge you to
Question. Is there further debate? Are you ready for the poll? The question is in our chapter. Those displayed our same motion voting career agriculture. Opposed say no. Favor of the motion, say aye. Have a division. Those in division as no. Shall proceed. The ayes have to be more active. Those in the call will made motion. Free vote use method. Favor of the those opposed please rise. Thank you. Thank you. Forward so please. The motion is our chapter being set up a display of school promoting capacity in agriculture. Is there any further business? Is there any objection to the chair adjourning? If not, the business session is now closed. Mr. Secretary, does you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Sandra Day O'Connor FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I now declare this meeting adjourned.
Texas, congratulations on making the finals. We'll now have to do the question phase. Each of you will have an individual question. This is not a team event. You cannot assist each other. You can ask for clarity by asking us to repeat the question. We will start with Madam Advisor.
Yes, sir.
Assume you're presiding at a regular FFA chapter meeting. Parliamentary inquiry is pending. A member moves to amend parliamentary inquiry, and the amendment is seconded. What action would you make?
I would rule the motion to amend out of order because the subsidiary motion to amend cannot be applied to a parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, sir.
Robert's Rules of Order being revised lists 8 standard descriptive characteristics or rules for motions. One rule is that the subsidiary motion to amend requires a second. What are the rules for the subsidiary motion to amend related to amending?
The subsidiary motion to amend be amended only if it is the primary amendment, the secondary amendment cannot be amended. The vote
And
the motion
required for
majority required to adopt to amend is a majority vote.
But you have to report officer assist with the FAA order under the president taking order at a meeting.
No assist.
What duty
maintain
Sentinel regarding guests and visitors who are now FS attending a meeting.
He wants this a special feature and refreshments for guests. This to keep the meeting comfortable. Yeah.
Thank you.
Madam Treasurer.
Yes, sir.
Robert's Rules of Order being revised lists 3 essential steps to by which a main motion is brought before an assembly. The first step is when a member makes a motion. Please name the next two steps.
The next two steps would be another member seconds the motion, and the chair states the question.
Mr. Secretary.
Yes, sir.
Assume you are attending a regular FFA chapter meeting and a point of order is pending. Name one amendable privileged motion that the point of order yields to.
One amendable privileged motion that the point of order yields to is the motion to recess.
And the second question is name one unamendable privileged motion that the point of order yields to.
One unamendable privileged motion that the motion point of order yields to is raise question of privilege.
Mr. Vice President,
Yes, sir.
name two debatable subsidiary motions that take precedence over the motion to postpone indefinitely.
Two debatable subsidiary motions that take precedence over the motion to postpone indefinitely are amend and commit or refer.
Thank you.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
two-part question. Part one, what happens to the motion postponed indefinitely if it is pending when a main motion is referred to a committee?
If the motion to postpone indefinitely is pending when a motion is referred to a committee, the motion to postpone indefinitely is lost.
Second part, if the chairman of a small special committee does not want to call a meeting, how can one give it?
By any of its members.
Next,